Good evening, everybody. Hey, I just wanted to just drop a little word in to pay tribute to the late, great Rush Limbaugh, who passed away yesterday due to cancer, due to his battle with cancer. It finally got him. And so just want to just basically talk about my experiences in relation to the Rush Limbaugh program. Of course, I didn't know Rush personally, but man, it felt like I did. And I think a lot of people can say the same thing about Mr. Limbaugh. The beautiful thing about Rush Limbaugh was that he basically was a light in a dark liberal world. He started going national on the radio in 1988. Of course, he hosted his program locally, and I forgot what city it was that he hosted his program locally. But he definitely was. He definitely came on the national scene in 1988 on AM radio. Before Rush Limbaugh, there were pretty much boring talk shows, old music that your grandpa used to listen to that was on the AM dial, as FM definitely was the in thing and has been the in thing for quite a while. But Rush Limbaugh really saved the AM dial from going under. Rush Limbaugh inspired other people to get in the conservative talk show radio scene. And so more and more people started coming along. More and more people started coming along, like Sean Hannity, Glenn Beck, and all of those. But it started with Rush Limbaugh. It started with him. With political commentary, making it national, and not being afraid to be politically incorrect. And so my hat goes off to Rush Limbaugh. Now, my experience with Rush Limbaugh goes something like this. Of course, I, as a kid, grew up in a Republican household. We watched the election returns every 4 years, and we were, my parents were big time, were big time Reagan supporters, big time Bush supporters, and so I was too, but didn't know why. Well, when I got in the 9th grade, I had gotten a really good history teacher that year who really made history come alive. So I began cutting my teeth in history and politics, and began understanding why my parents voted Republican. And I said, Republican conservatism makes more sense than Democrat liberalism or progressivism, or in today's world, socialism. But it makes a whole lot more sense to me too. Well, of course, it didn't take long for me to understand and realize that most of the media and most of the TV and almost everything around was dominated by liberals. And I was just like, well, why don't they have a conservative program? Why don't they have conservative shows? Why don't we have a conservative talk show host? Why don't we have all that? Well, 1 year after I had that great history teacher and I cut my teeth in politics, I joined my high school debate team and everything like that. Well, one late Friday night, I was flipping through the TV and was just trying to see what was on, and this guy by the name of Rush Limbaugh was on one of the TV stations, and so I just kept it there to see what he was all about. And I began hearing him talk. I'm like, well, wait a minute, this guy sounds like a Republican. So it's like, Republicans aren't allowed to be on TV. And I'm just like, I like what this guy says. It's just like, this guy's very intriguing, and this guy makes a whole lot more sense. And so I stuck around and quickly got addicted to that TV show, watched it every Friday night. And when I wasn't home, I got the VCR and recorded this program and watched it every single Friday night just to just enjoy it, and I did. It was only a 30-minute show. It paled in comparison to his radio show, but of course I was at school when the radio show was on, so I never got to listen to the radio show. Not until 6 years later in 1999, when I worked at a car dealership and was washing cars out there at the Mazda dealership in New Braunfels, I had pretty much control over the radio, so every other day I listened to Rush Limbaugh, and I'm like, I really like what this guy said. This guy just makes conservatism, just explains conservatism in such great detail and with such great articulation, and I tell you, he's changed a lot of people. A lot of people's lives, and he's made an impact in a lot of people's lives, and he has, been able to articulate conservatism that we could repeat. And like I said, a lot of, he was the inspiration for the Glenn Becks and the inspiration for the Mark Levins and the Sean Hannitys and people like that. But it started with Rush, and all of those talk show hosts have paid tribute to Rush Limbaugh. He will definitely be missed. He'll definitely be missed by talk radio. He'll definitely be missed by me. I know he'll be definitely missed by you if you're a conservative and believe in the Constitution. And so, we got to make sure that we continue to take a stand, and we actually take a stand even more to honor his legacy. So, rest in peace, Rush Limbaugh. My thoughts and prayers go out to your family and your friends, and my thoughts and prayers, of course, go out to us as we feel a little emptiness right now ourselves. But all right, well, God bless you, and you take care and continue to take a stand for family, faith, freedom, and God bless you, and good night.